What is up, my friends? You are very, very welcome along to our match reaction here on Anfield Agenda after Liverpool have re-established that huge gap at the top of the Premier League. 9 points over Arsenal and Chelsea, 11 points over the reigning champions Manchester City, and once again it was a convincing performance. There's no denying we were the better team. There's no denying we deserved the win. It was perfection. Enjoy it. Take it in, because nobody was giving us a sniff, and Arne Slot and these boys have once again shown they are the real deal. There is a lot of football left to be played. There is a long way to go. I'm not yet going to sit here and say we're going to win the league, but I am going to sit here and say Manchester City are donezo. Done. They're not coming back. We've just killed them off. Now we focus on Arsenal and Chelsea. Come on! So, loads to get through over this match reaction. We're going to be asking you to vote for your Anfield Agenda Man of the Match. We're going to be asking you if you'd like to contribute your player ratings. If you would, click on the link at the top of the chat right there now. And of course, as well, I want to say a big thank you to our incredible sponsors. As you can see on the screen, Manscaped have been with us right throughout this season. And if you want to get yourself 20% off and free shipping this Christmas, get yourself over to Manscaped. Use our code Anfield20 at checkout. Because I tell you what, our boys have big balls. Oh, they do, surely. And they need the Manscaped with the extra battery pack, you know. They need the full shebang. Because I don't know if 90 minutes, which is how long the lawnmower lasts for, is long enough for the balls that these boys are showing. Arne Slot is legit. It is beginning to look a slot like Christmas. And every other little cliche and pun that you want to throw in, I'm here for it, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Let's get into some quick super chats that came in. Hippo Critics said, it's beginning to look a slot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the teams below. We're winning the league, you know, with lots of goals and silverware aglow. I love that, mate. Well in. And we're absolutely flying. But we haven't played anyone, so we need to stay humble. The Migro said, why is Pep holding 6 fingers up, reminding how many times we've won the Champions League? Absolute clown. It's all they have left. It's all they have left, mate. Let him. Because maybe he's talking about the 6 defeats that he's had in the last 7 games in all competitions. Maybe he's speaking about if you added that many to 109, how many charges they'd have. I don't know. But either way, he's donezoed. They're donezoed. They're irrelevant now to us for the remainder of the campaign. But we haven't played nobody, said Faris. I know. They're going to have to start giving us our credit. But who cares? As I've said all along, we know. We know we're the real deal. Aryan said, great win. Hopefully a video of Craig with Hussam. Nope. That was not going to happen, mate. We spoke about it yesterday. And I'm not going to keep going back through it. But I explained it all yesterday. Again, not wanting to stay on the negative. So going to move on. Everton Fan TV, congratulations on the win. Liverpool to win the league from an Everton fan. Thank you, mate. Last game coming up at Goodison for us in the league next weekend. You know, you're always wary about that. You look at last season, but we're looking good, mate. We're looking good. That's all I can say, and I appreciate you dropping in. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, by the way. And I don't mean that from the song. Sorry, I wasn't being a smart arse there. Liverpool were good, but Man City were awful. Good to see them finish, said Owen. Yeah, but we can only beat what's in front of us, mate, you know. It's not up to us to make City out to be world beaters or not. So, if anybody wants to look at the table, it's on the screen. Just look, under me, right there. You'll see the league table. It is glorious. Enjoy it. Breathe it in. So, let's look at some of the numbers from that game. Manchester City ended up with more possession. 56% for Manchester City, 44% for Liverpool. Total shots in the game, 18 for the Reds, 7 on target. 8 for Manchester City with 2 on target. Corners, 7 for Liverpool, 4 for Manchester City. Total passes, 412 for Liverpool, 530 for Manchester City. Pass accuracy percentage, Liverpool not great with 83%. Manchester City 88%. Tackles 22 for the Reds, 16 for City. XG makes interesting reading. Liverpool with an XG of 3.35 to Manchester City 0.82. But most importantly, the big number of the day is 11. 11 is the number of the day, ladies and gentlemen, because that is how many points we are clear of the reigning champions. Of course, Arsenal look like they're going to be our competitors in Chelsea this season. 9 points over them as well. The man of the match poll is up at the top of the chat. The options for you guys are Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai or Ryan Gravenberch. They're your options for man of the match. So yeah, let's get stuck into the chat. I have a couple of super chats I need to catch up on. This one from Charlie said, scratched in the morning. No. You know what? Do you know what? I'll give Haaland his credit. At least he was going around shaking Liverpool players' hand and congratulating Van Dijk. That was imperious from our defence today. Let me just say that for a second. Right across the back line. From our goalkeeper to our centre-backs. Imperious. Never gave City a sniff. Virgil tried to give them a chance, but Kelleher said, no, mate, I got this. And once again, Kelleher has shown that every single thing that he does is magic. Every little thing he does is magic. What's Pep crying about in that video? I don't know. Mark, most games with a goal and an assist. Mohamed Salah, 36. Mohamed Salah and Wayne Rooney, both 36 games with a goal and an assist in the Premier League. Nice. We like that stat. Right, I've got a few more comments to get through. Let me just get back in. Elmer, thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Thank you for your super chat. You didn't put in a comment, bro, but appreciate you. Right, I'm going to dip into the chat because I want to chat with some of you guys and see how you're feeling. I'm happy. So good night, guys, said Cinnamon Bun. I want to see Pep's presser, said Tim. We can't let Kelleher leave, said Christchild. Craig, let's talk about Gomez for a minute. I was really impressed with him. Came in for Ibu and performed top notch. I mean, I completely echo your sentiment. Joe Gomez shows why we need to keep Joe Gomez around. Came in today and absolutely looked top notch alongside Virgil. Even Kwanzaa, when he came on at right back for the closing 10 or 15, actually 20, sorry, it was 20 when he came on. It was brilliant. I thought Gakpo and Diaz worked their socks off. It's just brilliant all around. Midfield, absolutely top notch. These guys have bought in to Arne Slot. They've bought into his methods. They've bought into what he's asked them to do out there on the pitch. And it's so exciting as a Liverpool fan right now. You know, I know we're not to get ahead of ourselves. I know there's lots of football to be played, but if you can't be happy right now with the way things have started, give up. Because I am beaming with pride. I'm so proud of the players, the manager, everybody inside that stadium. This, you know, had us nervous. We were thinking, will this be the one we slip up on? Will City react? We didn't give them a chance to. We played them off the park and they had patches, as any good team would do as the game went on. But ultimately, we did what we needed to do. We got the win. Yes, it could have been more comfortable if we hadn't missed a lot of chances. But I tell you what, it still feels good. It still feels good. Soul Killer said, guess what? She said yes. We love that. We love that. Congratulations. We now have a wedding to look forward to as well, mate. You're just going to have to book a space for 284,043 guests, mate. It's going to be a big wedding. Delighted for you though, bro. Well in. Jason Irish Red said, beating them is nearly as pleasurable as beating the red half of Manchester. It's good because we get to drive that dagger in. And we get to absolutely end their title aspirations this year. Mahmood said, Arne Slot, la 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 la. Szoboszlai's been brilliant. Everybody was great. I'm still in denial, Craig. I can't believe we've hit the jackpot with Slot. It's incredible. Do you know what? He deserves every bit of credit he gets. And I'm sick of all the pundits that know nothing being given this freedom to spout their crap. They all owe Liverpool an apology. They all owe Slot an apology. And they all need to start actually showing some humility and admitting that they know nothing. Because Liverpool have shown from day one this season that we're going to be there or thereabouts. They keep making up excuses. They keep wanting others to come back. It ain't happening. It's donezo. City are gone. It's between us and maybe Chelsea and Arsenal. Maybe not. But right now, we're in the box seat and we've earned it. Neville's still looking for Haaland. Have you seen him? No. Another big game, another invisible Haaland. Scary scenes in the Inter game. I don't know what's going on there, mate. So, yeah, if there's any medical emergency or anything, I hope everyone's okay. Yeah, look, do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm struggling to compose myself and get my thoughts together. Because right now, all I have running through my mind is songs and celebrations and happiness and pride. You know, because there wasn't one bad performance out there today. There wasn't one. Every single one of them, from the starting 11 to the substitutes, every one of them, top notch. Demange said, have we played anybody yet? There's no one left, mate. There's no one left. We've completed football now. Charlie said, surely A+ on everyone on player ratings today. As I just said, Charlie, it's going to be an easy video today because they were all absolutely top notch. And by the way, thank you for bringing that up. At the top of the live chat right now, you'll see a link if you would like to contribute your player ratings, because we really do love that you guys get to share your thoughts as well. Click on that form at the top. That will give you the ability to upload your player ratings. Connor then tabulates them all together, averages them out, and we're going to compare the audience's player ratings and my player ratings in our player rating video coming up a little bit later on. And of course, we're going to be back at 8:45 tonight. Of course we are, because we need to celebrate. Frodo Baggins has dropped in to say, Slot more valuable a signing than any player. Again, it just shows that they did their homework and they got the right man. And despite Gary Neville's lies live on Sky about Liverpool offering it to other people first, they did their job right. They brought in the right man, and he's doing it. And man, look, I've got to be honest. You know I'm a backer of Slot. You know I was a believer from day one. But I didn't think we'd do this. I didn't. I thought that he would carry on what Jurgen did. I thought that he might be able to keep us more competitive, deeper into the title race. But I didn't think we'd be sitting here now, 9 points clear, with only one game lost in the league, one drawn, and the rest victories everywhere else. Perfect in the Champions League, 5 wins from 5, beaten the team that we were told we were going to struggle against, Leverkusen, trounced them 4-0, beat Real Madrid 2-0. Hard not to believe. Wow. Just wow. Mohammed said, imagine if we did spend also on players. Well, like I've said, mate, now surely is the time where everybody goes, let's get that midfielder, let's bring them in, and let's push on from here and see if we can't make this an extraordinary season. All 10s in the ratings, said Sebastian, up the Reds. Salah said Cara wouldn't give him the man of the match. He said this may be his last game against City at Anfield. I just watched the interview now. Look, Salah's making it very clear what he wants, that he wants to stay. It's up to the club now to figure it all out. And we all know what we want. We know we want Salah to stay. The cop made their feelings pretty clear. Everybody has to get their heads together now. And compromise has to be on both sides. Because Salah needs to realise as well that he isn't going to find a better place to play his football. And so compromise is needed everywhere. You know, and we hope it's figured out. Fight House Production, welcome in to Anfield Agenda FC. Appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you. Mo taking shots at Cara. Love it. Good. Good. Because I'm sick of them. I'm absolutely sick of them. I'm sick of these people bad-mouthing everybody and everything. I'm sick of Salah being undermined. I'm sick of the pundits trying to wish us into free fall. Honestly, I said at the time, Cara, just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. He's embarrassing. Salah's every right to come out and say whatever he wants to the media, whenever he wants. He's talking about his life, his contract, his career. So leave him to it. We've just beaten La Liga champions, Premier League champions in the same week. Let's not waste time and just lay down the trophies at our feet now, said G. Absolutely. And as you've said, mate, what a week. Every time there's a tricky fixture list in front of us, they say, they haven't played anyone yet, but ... Haven't played anyone yet, but this is a big week. Real Madrid, Manchester City, beating both of them 2-0. How you like us now? Another difficult week coming up. Newcastle away on Wednesday, never an easy place to go. Everton, Merseyside derby, last one at Goodison next Saturday. Let's get through this week. If we get through this week and we pick up 6 points, ladies and gentlemen, come on now. You know, I don't know what they're talking about anymore. Do you know what this season has shown me? And tell me I'm wrong. Even if you don't like me, tell me I'm wrong. This season has shown up agendas. It's shown up who really has Liverpool's back, who's a company man, who's a brown-noser, and most importantly, who's deluded. So, all of these pundits that think they know everything just need to shut up and bow down and give the credit. All of them. Cara, shut up. Neville, shut up. Just enjoy it. You profess to be a Liverpool fan, Cara. Why aren't you enjoying this? Just shut the fuck up. I don't remember Cara having a go at Salah when he was calling him a little dancer. Just shut up, Cara. We're all sick of it. Who's Arsenal got next? Don't know, mate. Honestly, don't know. Craig, it was a penalty for me. What's your thought? There were people complaining about it. About what? Our penalty. Anybody who was moaning about our penalty is a word that I'm not allowed to use on this channel that starts with or and ends in ard. Anybody who has any concerns over that penalty is absolutely delusional and aren't fooling anyone. It was a textbook, stonewall, bona fide, 100% penalty. And whoever these whiny little bitches are that are trying to again undermine us, shut up. Diaz won the ball, played it forward. Salah didn't touch it. Salah didn't play for it. He moved off to the right. Diaz collected his own ball, goes around Ortega and he brings him down. It is a stonewall penno. And I don't know how anybody that has any type of credibility can say anything otherwise. Nailed on. Stonewall penno. The detective, how are you, bro? Said, what a week, beating City and Madrid. A great time to be a Liverpool fan. Need to make our advantage count. Well, we're doing that. We're doing that, bro. 11 clear. 11 clear of City. So, I want to ask you guys in the chat. Are we all on the same page now that City are donezo this season? They're not in a title race. Can we admit that now? Can we not be afraid to say it? City are not in the title race. Do you agree with me? Arsenal are in it. Chelsea are still in it. Just about. Just about. But City are done. I'm not saying they won't improve. They can. But they're not catching us. Anybody who says no, you're deluded. And I'll tell you why you're deluded. Because there's no evidence to the contrary. We're not talking about a City team here who've dropped 4 points or anything like that. We're talking about a team who haven't won in 7. Whose best players outside of Haaland's best days are behind them. Whose injuries have caught up with them. Whose midfield is non-existent. This is not the same City. In years gone by, I would absolutely never write them off. But come on, they don't look anything like being title contenders. They just don't. It's not too early. It's not too early. It's too early to say we're going to win the league, and I'm not saying that. But they're done. They are not turning over 11 points on us. They're just not doing it. It's not going to happen. And don't be a pussy. Don't be afraid to say it. They are done. Enjoy it. We've earned the right to say it. They're done. Ronald said, but we haven't played anyone, Craig. In slot we trust. Look, I'm not saying we've won the league. That's not the question I asked. I asked, are City done for the season? Surely they are. No Rodri. Kovacic out for a few more weeks. De Bruyne looks like his legs are gone. Haaland invisible again in a big game. There's obviously in-house issues there as well with Pep dropping his goalkeeper and bringing in Ortega. So all isn't happy inside the City camp. And that with the charges on the outside, I think they're just falling apart, to be honest with you. The manager's words clearly aren't having the same impact on those players anymore. So Mohamed Salah has been speaking about his contract a little bit, and here's a direct quote from Mo. Honestly, it's in my head. Until now, this is the last City game I will play for Liverpool. So I'm just going to enjoy it. The atmosphere was incredible, so I will enjoy every second here. Hopefully we just win the league and we'll see what will happen. I think that's fairly balanced there. From Mo. No player in Premier League history has both scored and assisted more times in a single game than Mohamed Salah. Him and Wayne Rooney now hold that record with 36 games where they've scored and assisted in the same Premier League games. The numbers just keep on falling at this man's feet. He's incredible. Finley Ears Guitar said, missed most of the game, was jamming and writing some songs with my uni mates. Hope you enjoyed it and can't wait for the highlights. Oh mate, it was comprehensive. City had patches, second half maybe as well, but we were by far deserving winners. Ederson being dropped in the cut on Pep's nose, said Oscar. Yeah, it's all imploding. You could even see Pep today going around giving it the 6 out there as well. He's going full Eric Ten Hag now. He's talking about past stuff. You know? We were the ones accused of living in the past. Guardiola this season still talking about 6 and 8. Yeah, but you're cheating fucks. You forget to... I'll say what Sky won't say. You know, Pep can give it the 6 all he wants. 6 questionable, dodgy titles, each and every one of them. A dodgy Champions League, dodgy League Cup wins, dodgy FA Cups, dodgy. Every single one of them caveated with 115 charges. So you can give it 6 all you want, Pep. League 6 is what you should be relegated down to. And all the way through, Sky and all these other pundits have rammed down our throats that we have to worship at the altar of these dodgy fucks. Those 115 charges didn't invent themselves. They didn't just fall out of the sky. The fact that they haven't had the moral courage to caveat all of their brown nosing of City, with every single one of them has an asterisk beside it. I'll say what they once again won't. Football is winning. Because City have tried to start a civil war inside the Premier League. They've thrown a grenade in. And once again, we're seeing karma. Football is winning. Fuck City. Woo! The only reason Liverpool don't win the league is injuries, said Stevie Boy. Well, Stevie, I think that's where Arne Slot will come into his own. You know, we spoke about him and Ruben Peters and the relationship that they have. And the availability of players for Feyenoord when he was there. I think he had like 90-95% first team player availability. He listens to Ruben Peters. If Ruben Peters said to him today, Trent can only do 70, then that's why Trent will only do 70. And why wouldn't you listen to a man who was giving you such great information like that as well? Tom Murray was about to say exactly the same. Pep holding up 6 fingers is utterly ridiculous. You haven't done anything special, mate. You've cheated to win the league title 6 times, said Tom Murray. Do you know what, Tom, mate? I have got 7 years of grief from City fans who think I just won't give them credit, who think I'm some bitter, twisted clown. I'm not, but I know what they're about. As I've said to you all along, mate, if Arsenal win this league title, I'll be the first one to congratulate them and give them every ounce of credit they deserve. But I won't do it with City because they don't deserve it. Because everything they've done from the start has been built on a house of cards. Everybody who knows anything about football knows it. UEFA know it, FIFA know it, the Prem know it, opposition fans know it. But people are alright with it because it stopped us winning titles. And people don't like Liverpool so much that these fuckers are willing to say, I love this sport, and then turn their back on doing the right thing. And it was, well, if Liverpool aren't winning it, I don't care who wins it. Shame on all of them. Because I've stuck my ground for 7 years. And I'm never going to back down on it because we know we're right. We know what they're about. And it's not been about not crediting successful teams. It's about being honest, which they haven't been. Everything they do and say is a contradiction. Pep said, as always, we'll accept the charges. Will you? You didn't accept them the first time, asshole. Oh, I believe my board. Do you? Well, I don't. Just some dude said 6 without a win, maybe. Yeah, it's 6 losses from 7, mate, so that could well be it. You could be right. Yeah, just to remind everyone, it's 6 losses from 7 for Pep. Do you know what, though? During the week, I was in such stitches when they went 3-0 up and fell apart against Feyenoord. I couldn't believe it. I thought my chat was winding me up at the time. They just beat the stuffing out of City in the Premier League and they beat Real Madrid in the Champions League. Liverpool are the best. Juggernaut, said Hyperhawk. Yes, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Stargirl said the next 3 games are away to Everton, Newcastle and Spurs. They're very difficult. I think we'll know where we are then. I don't want to get carried away. Absolutely. Difficult games, Stargirl. I agree with you. Newcastle on Wednesday is going to be a tough game. It's never easy to go up to St James's Park. We know Everton are going to give everything physically next Saturday. It's the last time they play us at Goodison. So it's going to be an emotional day for the Everton fans. That's going to be difficult. And then, like you've said, going down to London to take on Spurs where, you know, it is going to be a high-paced game. Yeah, I think that's more than fair what you said. But we've given ourselves a great foundation to build on. So, let's look at the man of the match poll. So, you guys, after 5,380 votes, have voted Virgil van Dijk, our captain, your Anfield Agenda man of the match. Thank you to everyone, by the way, that voted in that. Virgil with 43%, Mohamed Salah with 26%, Dominic Szoboszlai 17%, and Ryan Gravenberch 11%. Thank you all. How are they this bad without Rodri? I know, it's mad, Moses. Like, Rodri's brilliant. Certainly the best player in the world in his position, but yeah, it is astonishing to see the fall off this year. King Salah said Nicolas Gonzalez. I'm sure Arna really enjoyed Feyenoord's comeback before the City game. He also spoke, Mart, about the Feyenoord fans singing his name in that game as well and what it meant to him, which is lovely. Because as you said, you don't leave many teams and them still sing about you afterwards. So I'm sure that meant a lot to Arne Slot that the Feyenoord fans were singing his name. VVD missed so many headers and almost let KDB score. Yeah, he made a mistake for KDB, 100%, but he also pocketed their attackers, mate. You know, and again, this isn't me making the decision. This is an average audience all voting, 5,500 people. So the consensus was there for Virgil. And yes, he did. And that's 3 games in a row, by the way, he's given away chances in. So he needs to stop being a little bit sloppy. But ultimately, this is why we do them as community votes. Cohen said, are we favourites yet? I heard it's Arsenal now. We have to be, mate. We have to be. This was the first time, by the way, I think somebody said in a few years that City have gone into a Premier League game as being underdogs to win it. And look, we deservedly won that game. It was top notch. And Connor said as well, Virgil van Dijk's far and away the winner on the average player rating score so far as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget though, you do get to contribute to the player ratings video. So if you would like to share your thoughts, click on the link at the top of the live chat there now and you can submit your player ratings. Still time to get those in before we record the video. And just a reminder as well, we will be back tonight at 8:45 for 1 hour only, late night agenda. So do join us for that, where we're going to be celebrating. We're going to be talking about the Alisson Kelleher situation tonight as well, because I do want your thoughts on that one. We've got a bit more time on our hands. But all in, what a day. 2-0 victory against Madrid, followed up by a 2-0 victory against Manchester City. Big week ahead of us now coming up. Newcastle on Wednesday away at St James's. Then Saturday we go to Goodison to take on Everton. 12:30. Nearly time to believe. Arne Slot's about to deliver us a wonderful Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you again to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Just a quick reminder, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide this Christmas by getting yourself over to Manscaped and using our code Anfield20 at checkout. Even if the items are already on sale, you will still get that discount. Whether it's the Chairman Pro package, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the Lawnmower, the Weed Whacker, or anything else at manscaped.com. We've got you covered. Look, I'm off to record the player ratings video and to try and process this magnificence that we've just seen. Yet again, Liverpool showed up. Yet again, Arne Slot's boys got the job done. And yet again, we've silenced the doubters. Thank you all so much for being here. Love you all to bits. Drop a like, We're nearly at 1,000 likes, so do hit like for me before you head off. And I'll see you later on for the late night agenda. Much love, my friends.